Today I'm having MLB The Show 25 simulate the 2025 postseason, see who they predict that the 2025 World Series winner is going to be. In the comment section, who do you predict the World Series winner is going to be? Who are you rooting for? Who do you hope it's going to be? Maybe those are the same things. I'm rooting for the Brewers. They are who I predicted in my predictions, but we're going to see who MLB The Show chooses today. I don't think I made a mistake on this bracket. If I did, I'm going to be heartbroken, but I'm pretty sure we should be good. So we've got our bracket set up. Now, as far as I'm aware, there's no setting where I can just simulate day by day on this screen. I kind of got to go through here. So let's just simulate each day. The first day of the playoffs is Tuesday. That's when this video is going out. Let's sim through the date and see how the series are looking. And okay, well, maybe I got to go one more day. Apparently we got to do October 1st here. There we go. So Yankees are at 1-0, Tigers up 1-0, Padres and Dodgers each won the first games. Let's go ahead and go through Thursday now, see if anybody's won their series. Yankees and Red Sox tied at 1. The Tigers upset the Guardians to move on to face the Mariners, and both NL wildcard series are tied at 1. So we got a game 3 in 3 of the 4 wildcard series. Let's go ahead and get that game 3 simulated, see what's up. And the Yankees beat the Red Sox to play the Blue Jays. The Cubs beat the Padres to play the Brewers. And the Reds beat the Dodgers to play the Phillies. Okay, I'm so interested to see if this is actually what ends up happening. Let's go ahead and just simulate through Monday. I'm not sure if any games will have been played right there. Yeah, so Tigers are at 1-0 on the Mariners. Phillies up 1-0 on the Reds. And we can keep going through. Let's just simulate a couple of games of the Brewers series. We can see they beat the Cubs. They're at 1-0. The Mariners and Tigers tied at 1. Same with the Phillies and Reds. So let's go back in. Let's simulate. Let's do 2 more days and see where we're at. That has the Yankees down 2-0 to the Blue Jays. The Tigers up 2-1 on the Mariners. Same thing with the Phillies over the Reds. And then the Cubs and Brewers are tied at 1. If we do have a Cubs-Brewers series, I think it's going to be so good. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Cubs go and take a 2-1 lead after the next game in Wrigley. It's tied back at 2. The Tigers beat the Mariners in the ALDS to go to the ALCS. The Yankees and Blue Jays are going to have a game 5. Same with the Cubs, Brewers, and the Reds, Phillies. So 3 game 5s in the NLDS according to MLB The Show. Let's go ahead and see what happens. I need the Brewers to win here. They're who I predicted. I need them to beat the Cubs. And they don't. The Cubs move on to face the Phillies. And the Yankees move on to face the Tigers. All right, now it's time for the championship series to have that World Series matchup. So who do I need to control here? Should I just go to the Cubs? That's probably the best way to do it. So let's just see what happens in game 1. Phillies up 1-0. Yankees and Tigers are tied at 1. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back in through this each time. So I guess we could just do this series and we'll see what happens with the Yankees. Look at that. Phillies up 2-0. Phillies up 3-0. Are they going to get the sweep to go to the World Series? Yes! Phillies sweep the Cubs to go to the World Series. And the Tigers are 1 win away from facing them. Man, if the Tigers make the World Series, I think I would be a little bit surprised. But let's see what happens. Can the Yankees clutch it up? They force a game 7. And it is in New York. Yankees are the home team. Let's see what happens. And no, the Tigers go to the World Series to face the Phillies. How accurate do we think that's going to be? And that means the Phillies do have home field advantage. And at least in this simulation, there's a possibility it goes into November. So let's go ahead and see what happens game 1. Phillies get the win, 2-1 over Detroit. Sorry, I feel like the camera's probably blocking this a little bit right here. Let me move it. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. Let me move it maybe right here. At least for now. So game 1 goes to the Phillies. They're at 1-0 in the series. Game 2 goes to Detroit. Tied at 1 here in the World Series. How about game number 3? And Detroit's up 2-1, man. If the Tigers win the World Series, ain't no way, right? All right, so let's do game number 4 here. See what happens. And Phillies tie it back up at 2. The final postseason game in October in our simulation. I think the playoffs maybe start 1 day earlier and everything, but October 31st, Halloween in Detroit. Series tied at 2. Who took it home? I don't even know. And the Tigers take it home. The Tigers are 1 win away. Game 6 in Philadelphia. Is Jack Flaherty even on the Tigers? Because I used current rosters. Is he pitching for him? Oh, man. If this is inaccurate, I'm going to be a little bit sad because I used current rosters and I'm going to be the show. It should be like the most recent rosters, but I feel like I have not heard anything about Jack Flaherty. So that has me a little bit concerned because if these rosters are off, then what's the point of this simulation? But we're not gonna play this game. We're gonna simulate this game. No, we're gonna play it. Actually, we're gonna do the manager mode or whatever if we can. Yeah. So quick manage sim the game while making per at bat managerial decisions. I think that's what we want to do here. We just want to see this. Let's play ball. All right, yeah, because I don't want to be the manager for either team. So I want to just kind of go half inning by half inning here. Game 6. See if the Tigers can take down the Phillies after 1. We're tied at 0. All right, nothing going on so far. Nothing going on so far. A little bit of a pitcher's duel. Only 4 hits in the game after 4 innings. Top of the 5th, nothing happens. Bottom of the 5th, nothing happens. Okay. Top of the 6th, still nothing. And the Phillies score 3. And now, wait, can I even see what happened? Oh, dude, maybe I messed up by doing this a little bit. Oh, game log. There we go. Now we can see what happened, actually. Okay. So, in the bottom of the 6th inning, Bryce Harper single to right, Castellanos single to center, and then JT Realmuto with 2 outs. A 3-run home run to put the Phillies on top. All right, let's keep simulating, man. Top of the 7th. I'm wondering if I can... Oh, no, I was going to say, I wonder if I can go pitch by pitch. It looks like I can't, dude. I kind of need the Phillies to win this game then so we could pitch by pitch simulate the next one. Oh, okay, now I can in the bottom of the 7th, it looks like. All right, still 3-0. Tigers not doing anything. They're down to their final 3 outs in this game. Oh, I guess we can literally do pitch by pitch here. Gleyber Torres leadoff double in the top of the 9th. A runner just got thrown out at home. Okay, so it looked like a grounder to the infield. Runner thrown out at home. 2 outs away from a game 7. That's a single by Spencer Torkelson. Brings up Javier Baez. He's the tying run. Pinch hitter. Colt Keith comes into pinch hits. And he flies out. All right, Tigers down to their final out in game 6. Phillies trying to force a game 7. And there it is. Phillies have defeated the Tigers 3-0. All right, man, we have a game 7 coming up. We got a game 7 coming up. Tigers versus Phillies. Game 7 of the World Series. Who's going to take it home? I could see the Phillies in real life winning the World Series. I don't think I could see the Tigers in real life winning the World Series, man. I'm really not sure if I could see that. Let's go ahead and do quick manage like we did before, because we can end up doing it like pitch by pitch, batter by batter, I suppose, or whatever. So, simulate the half inning. Tigers take an early 1-0 lead. I do want to check and see how they scored, though. So, Matt Vierling double to center. Kerry Carpenter single to center. Matt Vierling scored. Still 1-0 after 1. Tigers scored 2 in the top of the 2nd. Okay. Torkelson, Javi singled. Jake Rogers doubles and scores both Torque and Javi. 3-0 after 2. 3-0 after 3. Phillies finally get on the board in the bottom of the 4th. They get 1 run back. And let's see what happened. Trey Turner got on base. Harper doubled and advanced him to 3rd. Castellanos walked to load the bases. And then Alec Boehm singled to left. But only Trey Turner scored in that inning. Top of the 5th, nothing. Bottom of the 5th, nothing. Top 6, still nothing. Bottom 6, nothing. Top 7, Tigers don't do anything. What about the bottom of the 7th, man? We're kind of getting close for the Phillies. They need to put some runs up on the board, and they do. They put a run up in the bottom of the 7th. How'd they get that run? Well, Max Kepler led off the 7th with a solo shot to make it 3-2. And I feel like we kind of need to just go batter by batter at this point. Pitching change. Harper versus Jason Foley. He pops up. Castellanos versus Foley. He flies out. Alec Boehm versus Foley. And he flies out. We are on our way, I suppose, to the bottom of the 9th inning. Tigers put up 6 in the top of the 9th, man. Tigers put up 6. Torkelson singled. Javi singled. Parker Meadows doubled. Christopher Sanchez intentionally walked Matt Vierling. Kerry Carpenter homered. Riley Green homered, and that's a 6-run. Top of the 9th. Tigers are 3 outs away from winning the World Series here in our simulation. But JT Realmuto singles. It's not over yet. Alec Boehm strikes, or Bryson Stott strikes out. Brandon Marsh with the Phillies down to their final out in the World Series. He flies out, and the Tigers win the 2025 World Series. And in this simulation, the Tigers beat the Phillies in the 2025 World Series. This is not at all what I think is going to happen, but who knows? You never know, man. If this is truly what ends up happening, I think that would actually be crazy. I feel like there's no shot the Tigers win the World Series, but that's just my opinion. And I'm curious, did anybody even know that postseason mode was a thing? It's been a thing every year, but a lot of people don't scroll down on the main menu of Diamond Dynasty, and it's one of the lowest things here, but postseason is a thing. I'm actually going to start a new one. We're going to do a second simulation here in the video, and I loaded the live rosters. I don't know if these are going to be any difference. Let me go ahead and make the bracket. And so I got my bracket set up again. I don't know if these will be different rosters, but I figure, hey, we'll just go ahead and do a second postseason simulation. And this one we have every user team control, so I don't know if that's going to make things really different, but maybe this one will be different. We're going to wait and see. And I guess Red Sox just versus Yankees. We're going to go through this one probably a little bit faster. This is what it's looking like. Yankees versus Blue Jays. Tigers did beat the Guardians again, though, in this one. Faced the Mariners. Padres versus Brewers this time, and then Dodgers versus Phillies this time. So a little bit different here in simulation number 2. Let's do Yankees versus Blue Jays. Yankees swept the Blue Jays to face the Tigers. Why are the Tigers doing so good? The Padres beat the Brewers. Could you imagine if this ends up being Phillies versus Tigers again? That would blow my mind, man. That would blow my mind. Let's go ahead and do this. Tigers beat the Yankees, and they're facing the Phillies again. MLB The Show is doubling down. What is going on? All right, let's control the Phillies, I guess. All right, let's just simulate through 4 games. And the Tigers are up 3-1. And the Tigers are up 3-2. And the Tigers... Okay, MLB The Show seems to really think the Tigers are going to beat the Phillies in the World Series. Maybe they know something we don't, but I hope y'all enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe for daily videos, and I cannot wait to read your predictions and hopes down in the comment section and come back to this video after the postseason, see how MLB The Show was and their predictions, and see how y'all were in your predictions.